Alex Essoe is absolutely brilliant in this movie.
That's me. I'm your girl.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
Nothing is over! Starry Eyes was released in 2014, written and directed by Kevin Kolsch and Dennis Widmeyer, and starring Alex Essoe and Amanda Fuller. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jason, and you're watching Backtrack Cinema, and welcome to my review of Starry Eyes. Now, this is a movie, guys, that a lot of people I think have not heard of, or have heard of in the horror community, but like, I haven't watched it yet. I want to watch it. Go watch it. This is an unbelievable movie, man. A great horror movie. Has a lot to say. A lot of metaphors into it. It's a perfect mashup of Polanski, Cronenberg, and David Lynch. So if you're into those kind of directors, you're going to like this film. And there's not too many horror movies these days that really wow me to the point where I'm going through my top 50 horror films or my top 30 horror films and putting that on the list. And let me tell you something. This is hovering around 30 to 35 as my top 50 horror movies now. Like, this movie really resonated with me, and I really like the themes and everything with it. When a hopeful young starlet entering into a deadly arrangement in exchange for fame and fortune comes to unmask the ominous origins of the Hollywood elite. The first thing I love about this movie is the idea of this person or character willing to do anything to acquire her dreams. We have this character of Sarah Walker, played by Alex Essoe, who gets this audition for this movie called The Silver Scream. She goes to it. She feels like she fails miserably. She goes into the bathroom, starts pulling her hair out, and this character, like kind of like biting her nails, has this nervous habit whenever since she was little that she'd pull her hair out. So she grabs her hair and everything, and one of the casting people sees her do this. She's like, "Where was that?" So she gets called back. One thing leads to another, and she finally gets to meet the producer, which leads to him wanting her to perform sexual favors. And she, at this point in the movie, she's not willing to do that. The more she thinks about it, she starts getting tempted. Well, if I just got to do this one thing, that I'll have everything I want. They'll make me into a star. I just like the ideas and the themes it's playing around with. And then we get into another great theme is transformation. And this is where it gets very Cronenberg, like The Fly. She makes the decision to do this sexual favor to this producer. Then after that, she starts deteriorating mentally and physically. I mean, Alex Essoe, this reels in a really good performance. She has to do so much in this movie, go to so much emotional depth. And you just see her, her teeth falling out, her hair falling out, her nails coming off. And the performances she's giving with her, her convulsing all the time in the bed. She's just like sweating and shaking. And she's just transforming it into something new. But it takes sacrifice. And this whole production company is like a mask of a satanic cult of some kind. And by the end of it, she has shed that former self. She's shedding her skin, so to speak. And she becomes the starlet in the last shot we see, where she's got, she puts a wig on and she's got this bright green eyes and she's beautiful. She's gorgeous. She's acquired everything she's wanted and she's a slave to Hollywood now. And it's just a brutal third act. When I was watching this, it's just that kind of slow burn horror I really like. That feels like Rosemary's Baby, and the transformation she goes through feels like The Fly. Looking at the darker side of Hollywood's very Lynch-like, like something like, when we think of Hollywood, we think of sunshine and the letters are up there on the hill, and you make it to Hollywood, everything's beautiful and good, but there's so much darkness and absolutely horrible shit that goes on. And I liked how these filmmakers were just really diving into a lot of that. And some of the shots in this movie, like one of the best shots of this whole movie is when she emerges and you just see her hands come out of the ground and she climbs right out and you can see the city in the distance. And she's got these long fingernails. She looks very like Nosferatu vampire like she's bald. She's completely naked, but there's something so beautiful about it too, and elegant. And I just love that shot of her, this hands coming out, very tapping into really old school horror. You know what I mean? Great shot. And another great shot too, that really reminded me of old school horror is, she looks out over a balcony and, it's, the mist is coming in over the Hollywood sign. But like I said, it's brooding, it's dark, it's misty, almost like looking up at Dracula's castle. You know, beware of this Hollywood thing that, you know, could devour you. I just was really feeling for this character because she had dreams. She wants these dreams so bad, and even when she sells herself out, for lack of a better word, you know, you still feel for her. You can understand why she's doing it or why she wants to do it. Like, there's a real understanding to the character. And it also has a very 70s feel with the look and, you know, the costume designs, like what everyone's wearing is very 70s like. And the music is excellent. It has this mix of the like classic 80s horror synthesizer with like a music box ballerina type themes kind of going on.
We got all these people, all our friends. They're just sitting around trying to figure out what to do, trying to figure out how to make sense.
You know what I mean? With the soundscapes and everything and the melodies. It's really good, man. It's really good score too. And this movie was also made a lot of its money, originated on a Kickstarter. You know, like this is independent filmmaking at its best. Really good stuff. I like movies that just sit and resonate with you and you're thinking about them all the time. And you're like, that question is asked, what would you do to acquire your dreams? All wrapped up in a horror film, you know what I mean? You definitely got to check this film out, guys. You got to check out Starry Eyes. I don't want to just go through everything about this movie. I think you should see it for yourself. I'm going to give Starry Eyes an A-. Well, what about you guys? Have you seen Starry Eyes? What did you think of it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Let me know in the comments. You and I will have a great discussion of Starry Eyes. And this was a fun one, man. I was so excited to talk to you guys about this movie. And, I won't be done talking about this movie. I'm sure I'm going to talk to a lot of people and mention it to a lot of people. But yeah, man, this was a fun review. I hope you liked it. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. We're pushing on to 500 subs soon. It's amazing. You guys are the best. My name is Jason. You're tuning in to Backtrack Cinema. I will see you next time, and I will see you in the movies. Cheers.